everybody, it's Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here for Lift and Sketch for the month of July. This month we are scrap lifting the fabulous Tracy Fox and her beautiful, beautiful layout. And I am also going to be re-scrapping these two photos of my son and Sean jumping. Now this is one of my all-time favorite stories. So when Jackson was about 2.5, so like last summer-ish, fall-ish maybe, maybe even spring, he went through a stage anyways where we all had to go on these gray mats that were in his room and jump on them. And we had to be on in a certain way, and we all had to jump at the same time. And if one of us stopped, he would get really mad at us. And then we would do that for a couple minutes, and then we would hop to the front door and then run back and do it again. And it was really fun and such a playful time in his life that I loved it. It was just so much fun, and I really wanted to document that. And so I created this layout, and I actually think it was for a Lift and Sketch a couple months ago, and it just did not turn out the way I wanted it to. It wasn't the feeling that I was trying to express in it, and none of it was working. So I've decided to re-scrap using the Little by Little collection by Chamel. And if you see my haul that I posted on Sunday, I just recently purchased this collection. I tend to be about a season behind when it comes to collections. So to me, this is new. These are new to me. So I was really excited to use them. And I pulled out more of the boyish type patterns in that collection so that I could create this layout. And it's going to be very, very much almost a complete scrap lift from Tracy's layout. The only difference is that she has a really, really long title because she's using song lyrics, and I'm not going to do that. My title is still a little bit longer. I did try to make it long, but it tends to be, because I added 2 photos instead of 1 Instagram photo, I was able to work on that a little bit and cover it up, do just a little bit different with it. But that's the whole point of scraplifting, right? You take the elements that you love and then create your own style and create your own layout with it. So I took the basic elements of the scrap lift using the circles, the half circles, and stitching them down in 3 lines, and I love that. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'm going to do some mixed media here, and I played with my mixed media. I just remembered, you know how if you watch Missy videos, she says, just play, and if you don't like it, you're thinking it's not looking good, add some more. Eventually it'll turn out. And I've never really done that. I've always kind of held back a little and been like, no, I'm just gonna let it go. I put so many layers of blue and teal on this layout, and she's right. The more you add, the better it turns out, because there's layers of texture and color, and I don't know, it definitely opened my eyes to why she said that. And I do recommend that if you are more one that when you do your mixed media, it tends to be a little bit more on the simplistic side because you're afraid you're going to mess it up. Maybe try one time and add a little more than you normally would and see what you think about it, because I loved it. I was so happy with the results of this mixed media. I was like jumping up and down, and I was creating this video last night, and Sean was on the couch watching TV, and I'm like dancing on my scrap desk, which is in the same area, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, look, it's so pretty. And he just rolled his eyes at me, but you know, it was fun. I was playing, and this layout is supposed to be a fun and a happy layout, and I really think that just these added colors and textures and everything really helped kind of just display that for me. So I was very pleased with the way it turned out. So you can see there, that normally would have been my, okay, that's it. That's what I'm adding. And then I added more. And do you see the difference? Isn't it just, it's beautiful. Oh my goodness. I was so happy. So I'm going to tuck a couple of the half circles. I did glue them before I stitched them, so it was hard to move them up, but I am going to tuck a few of them under so that my photos fit perfectly, because I had already scrapped this, so it kind of had a vibe to itself already. And I want to keep the title. I like Jumping Boy. I'm going to add the word R, and I'm going to add the word love, but you'll see that in a little bit. So it turns out love our Jumping Boy. And then what I love the most, love. What I like the most about this layout is that instead of having to do hidden journaling, because this layout isn't as busy as my original layout, I get to put my journaling on my layout and you can read it, and it actually adds a really neat element to the bottom of my page and fills in a blank spot that I would have had to find some extra embellishments to add. So instead, doing my journaling really helped, and I love the way it turned out, and it helped me not have to. I really wanted those pattern papers to shine because they're just so pretty and beautiful, and this is, Shamel knows how to make a collection. So I'm just so happy with this layout. I don't know. I've been scrapping a lot lately because I've been trying to do a video a day. And though I'm really loving my style right now. I think I finally found my niche when it comes to, is that the word, niche? I've really found my style, and I'm loving my layouts. But there's just something about this one that I loved even more than the other ones I've been doing. So anyways, there you can see I'm adding the word R. I did have to use a P and then take off part of a K to make it work. But that's okay. Those were some of the letters I'm trying to use up anyway, so I wasn't really worried about tearing apart one. And here you see I'm taking out that journaling. I pretty much just recopy the words. I do add a little bit more to kind of help round out the story a little. And I love that. And what I do when it comes to journaling and drawing my lines, I have to draw lines because I cannot write straight at all without them. But I do them in pencil, and you can see them, but I leave them. I don't go back. I used to go back and erase them, but I leave them now. I actually kind of like that little light border there. I don't know. It's just another kind of element and texture and layer to my page, so I just leave them. So there you can see my journaling is all done. And now I'm just going to work on my final little pieces of embellishment. First thing I'm going to do is take that tab off of that journaling card and find a home for it. It's going to end up fitting right by my photo, the strips. It tucks in like that, but it is going to move down and tuck in by where that photo is, in between the black and the white down there. And then I'm trying to use this love right now because this is talking about how much I love this moment and this routine that he had, but I just cannot make it work. But I wanted the pop of yellow because I just needed something. There's little hints of yellow with the pattern papers and stuff like that. So I just wanted there to be something somewhere. So I'm trying to play around figuring out how I'm going to do all of it. But what ends up happening is I'm going to just take away the right now and just use love. Move the love up to the top by my title so it becomes part of my title. And then I tried to add some more stickers and stuff, but it didn't need it. Really, this layout, it doesn't need a lot of embellishing because it had already been embellished when I created it the first time on my photo. So I have all those elements already there with the stars and stuff. So it just didn't need a lot. So what I end up doing is adding a yellow star next to those two stars that are already there. And you will see in a second as well, I add a little bit of stitching at the bottom, and I love that. So I add it in the yellow just to kind of help round out and have that visual triangle of yellow. You all know I love a visual triangle. And in the end, I just love it. It's just, this layout makes me so, so happy. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please go and check out Rachel's take. It's always fun to see the differences that we have when it comes to these. And we will be back next month. And this time it's going to be Rachel's choice for the sketch and the lift coming up for August and September. So thank you everyone so much. And I will see you tomorrow because I'm determined to try and share with you guys a video a day. Bye everyone.